Hello everybody, my name is Crack Team James. This is my reaction / review to Corpse Party Blood Drive. Now, I'm not a game reviewer, so this game review isn't going to be fair. It's not going to be a review as such, it's going to be my views on the game, having completed it today and then sat here for 20 minutes doing nothing but trying to contemplate what the hell's going on. That's a lie, actually. I did a bit of video editing and played the extra chapter 2 with Magari. Anyway, ignoring that, Blood Drive, oh god, Blood Drive. The story is bad. It's mental. I mean, remembering it now, going through every twist and turn, every plot twist and plot point, I was engrossed in the story after the past 3 days of playing it. I was engrossed, I'll admit that. And you realise, don't you, I mean, spoiler alert if you haven't already realised, but you realise, don't you, that when in the, this is the book here, this is the Corpse Party art book thing with all the character descriptions in it, and I was reading through it while playing the game. I was reading through it, and here we go, the new character, the new boy in the hood, Mr. Kuraya, a mysterious boy, man with supernatural knowledge and ability. He has no regard for common courtesy, yet somehow still elicits a certain sense of trustworthiness. I'll give you a hint in Corpse Party. You have a character description of the character in the book tells you he's trustworthy and has to tell you that he's not, okay? Because that got me, okay? And the thing about the game is it reveals that to the player. It doesn't reveal it as a plot twist. It does reveal it as a plot twist, but it reveals it to the player as a plot twist earlier than it reveals it to the characters in the game as a plot twist. Which means you're playing one chapter, or part of a chapter, knowing what the hell you're doing, yet still playing it because the game won't let you progress otherwise. It's a very sort of emotional... A game that can get you to play it, despite you knowing what you're doing is against what the character thinks they're doing, is a very, very good thing. I don't know, I just really like how they managed to do that, and I was totally in it, honestly. Then there was an entire chapter of him boasting about everything. I think that cutscene could have been shortened at least a little bit, and I also think they could have removed that choice. Because that choice, no matter what option you pick, it's exactly the same as far as I found. But I had to skip through the entire cutscene again, because I didn't answer it the first time. I was like, what, and disappeared. Because this time, it doesn't have like a 10-second timer, you have 3 seconds. If you don't answer it in those 3 seconds, the choices disappear, and that's it, and you're done. So, unless you pick something, the choices, and then the words after it, even if you pick a choice... If you don't pick a choice, the words after it are, I hesitated a minute while deciding. Even if you choose a choice, it will still say I hesitated a minute. Because it said I hesitated, I'm assuming it was the choice written exactly for... I'm assuming it was a choice written exactly for the you didn't press a button option. That's just a writing quirk. I assumed it was written for that, so I thought, oh god, I'm going to have to do it again. And when I got to the actual end of the chapter, I thought, wait, are the other 2 wrong ends then? Or are they just looped round? I went back and skipped through the entire thing, and they looped round. So, there you go, saving you there. Let's talk about some of the design of the level. The original school is back in 3D, which is awesome. I love the 3D graphics. I'm not going to talk too much about the graphics, apart from I love them. The progression from the normal school to the school with moving bits in it, just with the traps, and then with the eyeball in the end, like the school just completely fucked up, mixed with the apartment and the outside, and the eyeballs in the floor just sort of moving around. That was good. I have a little bit of problem with the final chapter though, but I'll talk about that later. The huge tower. I like the spiral staircase, and as I was going up it the first time, I'm like, I'm going to be chased down this, aren't I? I'm going to be chased down it. Never happened. Missed opportunity there. You should always make the character run down a spiral staircase. It just has to happen. I mean, not in a cutscene, but yeah, that was what I was thinking. I haven't played X Chapters past X Chapter 2 yet, so this may all be revealed. And I think there's something about Satsuki and who she was and why she opened up her head. But literally, I don't know, when he was killed by Satsuki, I'm just like, what? Satsuki is the final boss? What is this? Like that. And then then the woman, Megami, I don't know. The blonde new woman appeared, and I was like, wait, no, what? What? It was all a bit of a mixture of everything. All a bit mad, really, I think. It was just a little bit mad. I don't know how I really coped. It was just there. But, anyway, the spiral staircase. There is a descending part. We never went down it throughout the entire journey. And they were like, we're going to find the core. And I'm like, yes! Finally, I can go down to this place, which obviously is the core, considering the notes saying that there's lots of deaths going on. That would be the core, right? No. You still can't go down there. I keep thinking, yes, now we can go down the stairs. Now we can go down the stairs. Now we can go down the stairs. No! No, you can never go down the stairs. Don't worry about that. Never bother going down the stairs. Why would you just go down the stairs? I'm assuming it's an exit to the dungeon, as in where they all were, because those people are being killed. It's not going to go down there. But if it was an exit to the dungeon, why didn't they take that when heading towards... I mean, now we have the vision on the top of the tower, alright? On the top of the tower, now we have the vision. And then they went down past the exit. There's no way you can not be close. Why would they leave through the second block and then go into the dungeon the old way, rather than go down the stairs? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming they didn't know, because Nami Vision had Sachi, whatever her name was, moving, going in the old way. Which, also, I like to say, every single time I check that door, it's like, this door is barred up, it'll probably never open again. Which makes you think you won't go down there, and I'm like, yeah, fair enough. And that's fine, I like that description. If there are actually bars on the door, look, at least put the bars on the door model. There weren't any. There were none. There were no bars on that door model at all. That was quite annoying. I mean, I can tell they want me to think it's barred up, because they tell me it's barred up in the description, but they didn't put any bars on the door. Another thing. There's a hole in the pool side, okay? I don't know if you know what I mean. Some point chapter 3, 4, I think 4... And you're going round the pool side to get to the pump room to drain the pool, and instead for some reason you freeze it. Don't know why. But there's a hole. And I remembered earlier in the chapter, in the main hallway, there is a plank laying there that you picked up in one of the first chapters to cross the bridge. It was laying there, and it was still there in this chapter. Like, okay, well, I'll go pick that up now then. I checked it before, nothing had happened. I thought, okay, well maybe now they know they need a plank. They can pick this one up that's lying in the hallway. They don't! It needs to be a different one from the gym. I don't know why the one sitting in the hallway is just unsatisfactory. It's just, sorry, this plank here, this one right here, you see this? It's unsatisfactory. Despite you picking it up being the same model, it is in fact the same model as the one used in the gym, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but seriously, it's definitely the same model used in the one in chapter 1. And that's just... there. I don't know what that is. Because it's mad. That's what it is. I'm sorry, sir, you can't use that wooden plank because it's unsatisfactory for unstated reason. So yeah, with that out of the way, I mean, I had to use game facts and they didn't answer, so I played and then figured it out. But yeah, there was a lot of discovery in this game. Also, there was a chase. I do like the inclusion of Azumi, I think I'm getting that wrong. What's her name? Azusa Takai. The blonde girl who was in To You With Love, Sachiko's historic birthday, I think. With Love to You, I don't know. But I like her inclusion in it as just a possessed knight, as just a possessed person. And she called Kishinama Knight in that one as well. So I think I wrote this book, obviously haven't played or translated Book of Shadows or To Love You. Maybe they said in the Japanese version of this book, if there was a Japanese Ever After version, I don't know, because I'm not Japanese, but if there was a Japanese version of Ever After, maybe they said in the book, as seen from this one, but as it hasn't been translated to English audiences yet, they assume we haven't seen it because they don't know about the anime man. Hashtag hint. Watch him if you want to see Corpse Party. God damn it. There's the Corpse Party Sachiko's historic birthday with Love to You is one of the funniest games in existence. Anyway, enough about another game. I like Coexistence, but the chase with her and the anatomical model, they don't tell you where to go. Apparently, you're meant to go along to the pool, which makes sense to me now, because that's where Yoshiki told Shinozaki to wait, so that would make sense, yes? But you can also get a scene if you go and hide from them in a cupboard. Like the first cupboard, after you come out the door, there's a cupboard on the bottom floor, you hide in there, you can get a scene with them, and you can get a wrong end if you come out. Why on earth they thought, I know, let's do it that way, let's make it so you have to hide in this particular cupboard, and if you don't, and just, you can't make it to any other cupboard. I mean, you can if you're really skilled. And I almost made it to the second block sometimes, but it was just, I was just running around like nowhere to go. They didn't tell you where to go. Obviously, reminds me of one of those autistic tests, I think, where like someone has some cookies and they're in a jar, and then they leave the room, and another person moves the cookies, and then they come back into the room, and you ask the person which jar does she check for the cookies, and obviously she knows that they were in jar A, but someone else has moved them. Anyway, enough about that. That's a test thing. I don't know what it is, medical, psychological thing that I've heard of, but it's kind of like that, and I wasn't thinking like that. I was thinking, well, she's in the second block, isn't she? That's where we were just playing as her. We're the player. We should know that she's in the second block. So if you really want to meet up with Ayumi, you should go to the second block, because that's where she would be. But no, of course not. So yeah. Yoshikazu Young Korai's corpse that was, up in the spiral staircase was one of those items in video games. Now you know what I'm talking about, and maybe you don't. Those items where the character's descriptions for it are out of place and don't relate to anything else, but they're used to build up tension, and they're also used like... I suppose it's pretty much like Yoshikazu's angle. His corpse in the last game. Was it just a description saying it's Yoshikazu Korai despite also being dead, he's being crucified and had a stake stabbed through his heart? Who or what did this to him? We never know. Nobody ever bothers to tell us. It's just there. I mean, I don't know why it's there, but it is. And he's don't know why he's there, honestly. Really don't. So yeah, don't know why he's there. He's just there to build dramatic effect, and it's like, oh, Yoshikazu and Korai, what have they done to you? Says Ayumi. And I don't know what they've done to him, to be honest. But it's one of those things. Ayumi wouldn't normally react that way to Yoshikazu Young Korai or his body, or maybe she would, I don't know, but it seems a little bit out of place considering nobody else relates to it at all other than Ayumi in that one, maybe two text boxes, but I don't know. It's one of those items in videos where I felt this doesn't relate to anything else, and it's kind of cool. So I don't really know how I feel about that. What else? Let's talk about the Accursed Art Room. With the tree. There was a tree in the middle of the art room. Why? There wasn't a tree in there before. There never was a tree. Where did it come from? Why is there a tree? I don't understand. Okay, enough about... And also the puzzle. Okay, I'll admit, going back and checking the tree when you're surrounded by ghosts, instead of trying to run and escape, good puzzle. I think it was actually just waiting there, actually. I don't think it was going back and checking it. Maybe it was, I don't know, maybe I checked it accidentally, or maybe I did check it, I can't exactly remember, but good puzzle, as in like, just stay calm and look back in the place where you have the thing. Good puzzle, I liked that. What I didn't like is that you had to check it again after the series of events to get a key. Why didn't they give you the key inside the voice-acted cutscene? Why did they not give... I was in the other block going, I need to cross this hole, and this wooden plank in the hallway just isn't working. And I looked up guides on the internet, and there weren't any at the time I was playing the game, probably because it's just come out. And I'm like, okay, so what should I do? And then I was like, okay, chapter 4, help, find the keys. Well, I found the keys, but I guess I could check that out anyway. You need to find them by going back into the art room. What? They haven't done that. Let's go do that. And then, well, no, I found one that said, I can't remember what happened first, but I found one that said there was no, sorry. Here we go. I found someone that said they were having a problem getting the keys, so there was a list of keys, and then somebody else underneath in the forum posted, don't forget to go back into the art room. No, don't forget to go back into the gym after the event to get the wooden plank. And I'm like, well, there's a wooden plank in there. That would A add B equals C, so I need to get into the gym. So I used and then the key was in the art room and I had to get into the gym. And that all worked out fine, and that's fine. I'd like to say also, there's a difference between soft cream with human hands coming out, that's Corpse Party, and octopus tentacle monsters, that's not Corpse Party. Well, it is now because it's in Corpse Party Blood Drive, but they're verging off like bits of corpses making up a monster. That is Corpse Party down to its centre. That is 100% brilliant Corpse Party. But tentacle monsters in a pool? That's not really Corpse Party, that's more along the lines of tentacle monsters in a pool, which doesn't correspond to my brain as something that would occur in Corpse Party, a game where you discover that the actual enemy is a little girl. That's sort of... Ghosts and monsters should be kept secret. Dead bodies, like zombies, Corpse Party, all the way, yes please. Not tentacle monsters, that was a bit weird. Like, a soft cream with hands sticking out of it that was actually like quicksand, I don't even know what that was, but I thought that was fine. Honestly. That was fine. Like I said though, I kind of miss Yoshikazu Young Horai's role. There were the replacement Yoshikazu Young Horai people, the axe people, who just sort of grunted at you. And there was like plenty of them, and they appeared and disappeared when the bell rung, but nobody explained that to me, or why. I'd also like to ask how the bell rung, considering the bell tower was at that point collapsing. And I'm talking about the ice crystal maze at the bottom. How the bell rung that got rid of them all when they were in the collapsing tower. I don't know how the bell rung then. I've been ranting on for 20 odd minutes about Corpse Party and I can still keep going. The ending. So, you meet a... So, I mean, I get... You go up to the final boss with probably the world's worst stair climbing animation. I mean, her feet aren't even on the stairs. I suppose that's fine. That's not something they really need to concentrate on, but it just knocked me off a little bit. And then she flies up and she confronts the thing. And, I just been like, yeah, this is the boss. And then it says, when the thing talks to you in Friday, choose X, Y, X, no, this isn't a PlayStation. Choose square, X, or triangle to reply with your own thing in this language from Carol or something. I can't remember what it's called. And I'm like, is this a boss fight, or is this learning a language? I'm not quite sure. I didn't grasp that. I actually have in front of me here, and I'll put the picture on the screen now, a page that I drew, which was literally the words in their translations. And there was 2 words in each of the notes. Okay? There was 2 words in each of the notes. So I thought, okay, here's what's going to happen. She's going to say one, I'm going to say the other. That's what's going to happen. That's how this fight is going to go. So I tried that, and I died, okay? And I thought, right, well, the first time I went up there, I didn't have any notes at all, and I just died. The second time I went up there, I tried that, and I died. And I got the ending with the people where she was in the circle of skeletons talking to the friends and laughing, and that was a bad end. So there's that. And then after a while, I did actually have the words, what they were, on here. I did actually end up pausing the game. I know I cheated at the boss fight. I actually hit the pause button. I looked at my options and I was like, okay, slaughter, hate, or smile. Smile, because it's the kind option. Apparently you have to choose the kindest option, or the good option. I don't get why. That doesn't seem like a boss fight to me. That seems like, first of all, you're speaking another language, so it's just decoding. Decoding the boss fight doesn't sound that epic, does it, really? So yeah, decoding the boss fight, which was good. Not really, but it was alright, I suppose. I don't really know. So yeah, there was that. I don't see how Pia is a very evil word, and why that doesn't count. As in, why Pia is an evil word. Pia is a location and a doing action. You peer at someone, or you're on the pier. It's not... I'm really spelling that one wrong because I'm just saying woo, but... so yeah, there's that. So decoding the boss fight, I'm not very happy with. The ending itself is, so after that, you're in a misty forest, and the Book of Shadows gives out, and then you're confronted by a naked girl, and I'm like, well... fuck. What? Who is this? And then she starts speaking in Latin. Now, I've got the translations here. Thanks to Google Translate, the world's worst translating service, apparently. So, the Queen says, you poor, understand? Or, the poor, you understand? Or, the poor, do you understand? I think I put, all three down, because I'm not really sure which it was. I put in all the punctuation into Google Translate, and it just ended up with, the poor, you understand? Which I'm assuming is, referring to your poor? Or... I don't know. And Ayumi's like, I don't know what language this is. It's Latin, Ayumi. And then she says, indeed, she was in the flame of hell. They nailed her guts. What does that mean? I mean, I know it's meant to be in Latin, so you're not meant to understand it, but I used to translate there. And then later on, in the CG, which is one of the creepiest fucking CGs at the time, and then she said our lips met in the text, and I'm like, are we going to kiss this one? And then I saw the CG and I'm like, this is far from a kiss. I mean, I've seen Stephen Plays Chunit. It's Tulip, that's it. Tulip, as in CHU and then lip. It's a Japanese game and it's just about kissing people. And I've seen that. And this was worse than that, where you have to kiss every character in the game, no matter whether they're a lamppost or an old man or a frog. And this was worse. I mean, this CG was like... ah! I didn't even know what I was watching anymore, whether it was Corpse Party or whether it was just some game I found on the internet that wasn't Corpse Party. If it was some game I found on the internet, I'd obviously question my use of the internet. But no, this was in fact Corpse Party. I hadn't moved. And I was like, what? What is going on? And afterwards she comes out and then she says, oh, I'm going to sacrifice myself. Which is like... And then Yoshikazu is not happy about that, and neither was I. I was crying. And I was crying because it was sad. And you know, that's good. If the game can make me cry, then that's good. Although I felt... the original Corpse Party, their ending, their revelation and their ending, and their voice acting ending along with the song was great. It was just such an adequate ending. This didn't have the same. Because this one here, they didn't have voice acting matching up with the beginning of the song. Didn't have that. It was just a sort of slow fading text with Aiko's narration over Naomi going down to have some dinner. Also, Naomi, Satoshi, another Mark II? Maybe not another. Although another's horror, so maybe another, but maybe the other one with the eye patch, I'm not sure what it is. Like Chinibu. Chinibu or another, I don't know which it is, but one of them. It was kind of... I don't really know. I mean, the ending was like... it was an ending, wasn't it, really? I mean, I don't know what else to say other than it was an ending. And that's what it was. And then, we saw after the credits, Ayumi sitting there, not being able to move in a wheelchair. They said she became a vegetable. Don't think she became a vegetable. Why Sachi was in the mirror when she was inside, the Mitsu one, I'll talk about in a minute. Don't know. But also the doorbell ringing, and I'm like, it's Yoshiki, isn't it? It's got to be Yoshiki. I really want her to go and open the door because I want to see Yoshiki. And we just skipped to Yoshiki's narration saying, look, I found it, and he chucks the stones in the air that presumably took off Misto-san's body? Misto's body? Like, because he saw that as he was running, so I'm assuming that's where he got them from. So there was that, which was, you know, it was there. And, lost my train of thought. Course party, it's confusing. Yeah, and he just sort of says, I found it. And then the end happens. And that is it. And, back on the menu screen. No, we're not. We then have a list of an unnumberable, like, I was reading this aloud at the time. I was crying because the ending was sort of, it was emotional, but it didn't make me want to cry in the way that I wanted to cry. I didn't consciously want to cry. I was just crying for, I didn't even know why. I was just so utterly befuddled by the ending. So there was that, which happened. It happened. I don't even know what it was, but it happened. There you go. So there was that. So, yes, new characters. The person who replaced Miss Yui in the real world. Her counting down clock that turned out to be her life. I guessed that. I mean, she's got a timer going down in seconds. And that just sounds like she's gonna die. She's going to die when that hits. I'm sure she's going to die when that hits 0. It's either going to be the place collapsing or her dying personally. And it turned out to be her dying personally. I'm like, well, that's a little bit of an anticlimax because I guessed that. And maybe people hadn't, and that was realisation. But I had, and I'd guessed that. And that was a little bit undramatic, I think. I mean, I was sad for her, yes, but it was a little bit undramatic, her revealing of that. I also like how it said it in seconds. It was like 3,600 seconds, which I worked out in my head. I think this is some math here. It was like 35 minutes, I think. I think I thought, what, 35 minutes? 35? I don't know, I worked out in my head how many minutes it was earlier, but I've forgotten. Hold on a second. Okay, moved a little bit closer to my microphone, so hopefully this is an increase in everything. So yeah, her reveal wasn't quite as dramatic as I thought it would be, and because I'd guessed it pretty much, which was a little bit of a shame. Sachi, I liked Sachi. Sachi, the villain that you couldn't reason with, who couldn't talk, and was... Yuki... The thing is, what happened? Yuki was supposed to be the next one. Yeah, Yuki was supposed to be the next Sachiko. Oh no, Yuki's the next Sachiko. But no, it turns out Sachiko's sister, who died in the womb, was the next Sachiko, and Yuki wasn't Sachiko at all. In fact, there was no Sachiko. Which doesn't make any sense. I don't really... This school will choose another Sachiko. Also, they were like... Satoshi, in the introduction chapter, Satoshi... And they were all so surprised. Oh my god, Heavenly Host didn't clap after all. And I was like, did you listen to your own end narration of the entire last 5 minutes of the first game? It was did you listen to anybody saying anything? Yuki's like, oh no, this school is going to choose a new Sachiko and the cycle of pain will continue. Did you not listen to any of that at all? Seriously, every single one of the characters missed every single point of that. Why? I mean, I get it's dramatic, Heavenly Host still exists and it's meant to add drama, but why? It doesn't make any sense. They were told. They should know. I don't know. Corpse Party characters are overall dumb. So am I, though. I'm dumb too. This game took me 3 days. 3 days to complete. Which was, I mean, I completed it in 3 days. It arrived, and then I did quite a lot yesterday, and then I did some more this morning. What else? Sorry, I had a cut there. What else? It was... Magari. Let's talk about Magari. Why not? Magari, her entire design looks really kawaii, okay? Like, really, really kawaii. I don't think there's anyone who can say against me that she looks really kawaii. Which she does. She does look kawaii. And then she goes around killing people with a scythe. I mean, that was a bit of a shock to the brain, but I knew it was coming because I'd seen the Anime Man's first 4 chapters and I saw that she was evil. But the thing is, she strangles someone, like you know, strangles them, and then lets them live, and then does a moe moe dance. I don't know why she does it, but it's really kawaii. And I was just sort of wanting her to do it again throughout the rest of the game, and she did not. Not to my knowledge. Which is really sad, because I wanted her to. Because it was, like, really kawaii. So, missed opportunity there. Really, really kawaii Magari dance, yes. So there was that. That was my rant about Magari being kawaii. And I'm going to stop it now. There's so much to talk about this game, really. There's a lot to talk about. Any questions, comments below, I will answer them, because I'm happy to spend ages and ages and ages talking about this game, which I have done. It's been 31 minutes, so I will finish this off later on. Questions in the comments. Thank you for listening. My name's Quatin James, and I will let you get on with your day. Have fun, and don't die. Also, listen to people when they're warning you about dimensions collapsing and things, because you should listen to that. Okay? Good job.
It's Mika here. If you haven't already, why not subscribe to Quatin James's YouTube channel? If you enjoyed the video, remember to click the like button so more people can enjoy it. Click the tab at the top to continue to the next part of the series when it is released. See you.